people who are interested in the system, in particular the people who will administer the legal aid and legal assistance system. The Registrar of the Supreme Court, my ministry has had meetings with him, and the Chief Justice has also been involved. So we're close to finalising the consultation process. We're close to finalising the regulations that will form part of the legal aid, and the rest will be announced very, very soon.
What areas or concerns have been highlighted in particular as a result of this consultation process?
Well, in particular, the concern was that in relation to criminal legal aid, the schedule setting out the rates which are paid for cases has not been changed for years. I believe it dates back to 1990. So there was a need to revamp the schedule, and there's a wider need to look at other areas as well, and complex fraud cases was one of the areas that we looked at already. In relation to legal assistance, there is a need to look across the whole spectrum of what legal assistance covers, not just the threshold in terms of qualification levels and criteria for the application for legal assistance, but also what it will actually represent to people, because at the heart of this, the whole purpose of this is to bring in a system which will be fair, which will provide assistance to those who really need it, but which also provides value for money for the taxpayer.
And we'll be back with more of this week's news after the break.
Where are you going?
We.
We?
No, we.
Ah, we. Junior, you are a crack of the recycling, eh?
For over 50 years, our political leaders have been coming here to ask the United Nations to formally decolonize Gibraltar. But how much progress have they actually made?
Spain agreed to give Gibraltar up forever in 1713. So where does the question of territorial integrity come in 300 years later?
Support us, because that is what you are created to do. Or tell us why you won't, but without pretending that you can't.
Join me, Jonathan Scott, for a special program filmed here in New York. Gibraltar at the United Nations.
The extraordinary summer draw of the Gibraltar Government Lottery. It's closer than you think. There's a jackpot of £250,000 plus other cash prizes and money back if you have the last number of the main prize. Don't miss your chance to be a winner this summer. Buy your ticket today for the draw on July the 8th.
Welcome back. For the first time in the history of the civil service in Gibraltar, a woman will be acting as Chief Secretary. According to an extraordinary edition of the Gibraltar Gazette, Lizel Mercilio Torres was appointed to perform all the functions of the Chief Secretary for a couple of days. Dr. Torres is the Principal Secretary at the Environment Department. GBC understands it's the first time a woman has been tasked with the role. Gibraltar has been included as a port of call by Grand Circle Cruise Line. The American cruise company is introducing a small boat tour for its schedule next year, named Classic Cities and Moorish Traditions of Iberia and Morocco. The 10-day itinerary on board the 98-passenger all-suite Corinthian comprises Lisbon, Portimao, Casablanca, Tangier, Gibraltar and Seville. The rock's inclusion has been secured by MH Bland in consultation with the Minister for Tourism and the Tourist Board. Tourism Minister Neil Costa has welcomed the newcomer to the rock, saying he's confident the local travel trade will pull out all the stops to impress the visitors and provide them with a first-class experience with everything Gibraltar has to offer. He adds the US is an important market and we must rise to the challenge. Some 1,500 people enjoyed the first Gibraltar Love Festival last weekend at the multi-use games area at the Bayside Sports Complex. Organisers were said to be very happy with the event and how it had gone, and plans are already in place for next year. The multi-use games area at the Bayside Sports Complex was the place to be on Sunday, as festival fever has seemingly hit the rock. We've seen the grandeur of the Gibraltar Music Festival for the last 2 years, but this more modest Love Festival is looking to bring that similar live music experience to the community. Well, considering it's a long weekend and it is a Sunday, not a bad turnout for the first Gibraltar Love Festival, featuring a mixture of local as well as international acts. Local acts, singer-songwriters Holly April, Megan Dallas and Guy Vallarino kicked things off. And then things got rockier with Reach.
It was great. I mean, it's always slightly nerve-wracking at the beginning, but it's so great when you just sort of get into the set. And the crowd was great as well, and it's slowly building up as well, so I think it's going to be a good one.
It was amazing. It was such a rush, and the crowd was so good. I just wanted to keep going, to be honest. It was really, really good.
It was great fun. Really good to be back, home, playing to a home crowd. It's a nice little space for like a festival setup as well, so it was good.
On the international side of things, reggae legends Aswad returned to the rock after almost 2 decades.
It was great. It's been a long time since we've been here, but we really enjoyed ourselves. We want to come back every year.
Yeah, I mean, we came to Gibraltar probably about 20 years ago, and just coming back to come and see what was here tonight, beautiful, beautiful.
Former X Factor finalist Rebecca Ferguson was also well received when she performed her brand of pop and soul.
It's been lovely. You know what? The thing that stood out the most is the people, how lovely they are. Everyone's been really warm and welcoming and couldn't do more for me, so it's been really nice. Yeah, a lot of love at the Love Festival, and you don't always get that. I travel the world, most places are really lovely, but I'd say Gibraltar's probably the friendliest.
Organiser Daniel Guerrero said he was very happy with how the event had gone, adding he was pleased with the turnout and the professionalism displayed by the artists.
We are trying now, obviously, to establish the brand, the Love Festival. It's been the first one. It's been good. We're all very happy with the performance of the artists. So yeah, that's the main intention.
The event also saw a number of stalls, some selling jewellery, food and drink, and even face painting for youngsters. Unite and the SunSmart campaign were also on hand, giving away free sunscreen to revellers. Tony T, formerly of the band Rio, displayed great interaction with the crowd, and he was joined on stage by Kosovo-born singer Alba. Singer Nalaya, who is prominent in the dance scene in Europe, also proved to be a crowd pleaser. And at this point, the crowd was at a fever pitch for UK electronic music duo Chase and Status, who closed the night. The Special Olympics National Games kicked off this week, preceded by the traditional law enforcement torch run. The run is an annual fundraiser, but its main aim is to raise awareness of the Games.
The law enforcement torch run is in its 26th year, and this afternoon saw Gibraltar's roads taken over by local law enforcement runners. The event saw a great turnout. Volunteers from the City Fire Brigade, the RGP, the Gibraltar Defence Police, Defence Fire Service, Customs, the Prison, Port Authority, Borders and Coast Guard Agency, the GHA and Gib Telecom took part, accompanied by 5 Special Olympics athletes who took turns carrying the Flame of Hope. The route started from Devil's Tower Road, taking the runners to the beaches, Ocean Village, Casemates and along Main Street onto Camp Bay. The torch run came to an end at the Victoria Stadium, where the Special Olympics National Games opening ceremony took place. The Flame of Hope was handed over for the official lighting of the Special Olympics cauldron, declaring the 2014 National Games open. The games will include football and aquatic events and will finish on Thursday.
Commonwealth Park has been open to the public for a week now. The park includes water features and a bandstand, as well as both open lawns and areas shaded by trees. Despite a few concerns raised on social media sites regarding littering and vandalism, the long weekend saw swarms of people make use of the green area. We went down to find out just what people thought about Commonwealth Park.
I like it very much because it shows us a new variety of things what we can have in Gibraltar. It's just one place for where people just have fun. People our age can just go and have fun just around right here, play a nice game of catch and stuff.
I think it's really, really cool, and it's really enjoyable because everyone is really happy here, and lots of kids can have a lot of fun, and they get a lot of sports and they can run around. It's nice.
I think it's a breath of fresh air. It's nice to have a green space, grass. We were just saying it's really pleasant not to have to go to the beach. We came straight from school with a picnic, and the kids meet up and they run around and they're not on their PlayStations or anything. It's really good.
It's nice. I like to play and I like the grass.
It's something nice, different. Like now we've just come from town. Una huerta, might as well just relax here for a bit.
There's lots of space to play around and play tag, and you can roll down the hills.
It's lovely, it's amazing. It's obviously it's bigger than what I expected, but definitely a very, very nice area to be, especially for the children.
It's very cool and I like it. I like the grass, it's very cool with the bumps. We play catch everywhere, we get wet in those things.
Marvellous for the children, especially my grandson is enjoying a lot.
I like the flowers.
And what do you think about the park?
I like the flowers and how they decorated it, the pond with the trees, and it's quite a nice park.
It's something new, and it's been enjoyed, as you see, by everyone. And I hope it stays like that for many years to come.
I like it because you've got enough room to play and you can go on roll on the hills. There's a water fountain and everyone can play in it. And play and have some fun and some picnics.
It's okay, could do with more shade, bit more seats with backs on for our age group. It's very good.
I quite like that there's a lot of grass now in Gibraltar and it's really nice. It's really good. I love it.
Also this week, a seminar on the development of football in Gibraltar was held. Gibraltarian Nathan Stagner umpired at the Hockey World Cup final, and it was announced a climate change strategy was expected in the autumn. For the rest of this week's news, you can head over to our website, gbc.gi/news. Don't forget to tune into Radio Gibraltar and GBC Television, of course, throughout the week for the very latest local news. And you can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Thank you very much for watching. From the team, good night.